I'm like, I don't want to go sell these rocks, but I knew a crackhead lady, and she was like, I'll do whatever you want me to do for it. And I ain't wanted to do nothing for me. I ain't had no hair. I was like, you can't do nothing for me yet.
Welcome to This Is Not Happening. I'm Roy Wood Jr. We all come from somewhere, from someone who nurtures us, protects us, and teaches us. Some are better at it than others. He is one of the most hilarious and genuine brothers in this game. I'm happy to be his friend. He is DeRay Davis.
Got a lot of brothers and sisters, a lot of us. My dad his dick just didn't stop. But we all live close to each other, different moms, dads. We call them different dads. Like mom, my sister's mom was my mom, type shit. So we would share everything, shoes and everything. Everybody shares shit if you live in a hand-me-down place, but except it wasn't even completely done with. Like you shared shit that you needed that day. So I had a track meet, right? And I was like, yo, I was running track, and my mom used to always make excuses why I didn't have shoes. She'd be like, you run faster in your socks. Which was true. I was like aerodynamic. I was faster in my socks, but you gotta have on shoes because you might get stomped with some cleats and we had no insurance type shit, right? So I was like, yo, so one day I ran with my track shoes and I did real good, but my shoes was all fucked up because it's my brother's shoes and they was real fucked up. So this girl came up, she was like, you're so good and cute. And I was like, I'm like 11 years old. I'm like, yeah, I was fast. And then this kid is like probably 13, 14 walked up, he ain't even race nobody. And I was like, it was people running. He ain't even race nobody with them whack ass shoes. And I was like, damn, I just motherfucking won. Like, these some winter shoes, right? So I was like, yo, I'm determined to get my own shoes. I said, I need to get my own shoes. I went to my mom. I was like, Mom, I need to have Mom, can I have, Mom? Because that's how you act in the black house. You never get it out. Because your mama cut you off. You want some shoes? Go get some goddamn shoes. And I was like, then you mumble like, I will. But you don't know how you're going to get them. So I said, okay, I'm gonna get some shoes. So my boy said, how we gonna get shoes? Cause I ain't had no job to make money. I used to babysit my little nieces now. That's the ghetto. My nieces was like close to the same age as me. And but one of my uncles I babysat for him, he wouldn't never pay me in money. He always paid me in crack. I'm not making it up. He wanted me to hustle. So he'd be like, I'm gonna give you 3 rocks. Go sell these rocks. I'm like, 3 rocks? I'm like, that's $30. My boy like, oh, you might be able to get 20 for them if we sell them. I'm like, I don't wanna go sell these rocks, but I knew a crackhead lady. And she was like, I'll do whatever you want me to do for it. And I ain't wanted to do nothing for me. I ain't had no hair. I was like, you can't do nothing for me yet. It hasn't reached its full potential. So my boy said, what we could do, her name was Essie. He said, what we could do is we could get Essie. Essie could take us to Kmart. We could just give her a rock. He said, because my cousin is working security, and he said, we could steal whatever we want to steal. And I said, man, I don't want to get caught stealing. I was like, just wait till mama go to sleep. She got to work early anyway, but wait till mama go to sleep and we're just going to go steal some stuff. And I said, oh, man, I don't know. So it was myself, my boy Rock, and Danny. So we said, all right, we're going to go steal. I said, well, let's just take the bus. Like, you got some bus money? I was like, we ain't got no bus money. Well, Essie got to take us. I said, fine. So we paid her Rock. She like, I want all of them at once. I was like, nah, we got to wait because crackhead to pull off. So we go into Kmart, and I was like, where the shoes section at? We try to act like we were supposed to be in there. We was like, where the shoes section at? We here for some shoes. So Danny cousin was like, yo, for real, you can go and get you some shit, but just get some fucking shoes. Well, we didn't tell us, so I get my shoes, I put them on, the fucking thing in the middle, so I'm trying to walk out with the little security thing in the middle of them, right? But I got a nice little cool walk. It looked like they're not even attached. He's like, no, he said, so then he was like, no, steal whatever you want. So my boy Rock like, man, we really need some shit. So he's saying big shit like, we can leave with a microwave out the back. I'm like, man, no, we can't get no microwave. He's like, let's just get our shoes and get out of here. I feel real fast already, right? So as we're leaving, security walks up. He says, one of y'all stole a Snicker. Swear to God. I'm standing still with the shoes on. He like, one of y'all stole a Snicker. So he's like, no, we didn't. Rock like, no, we didn't. We ain't steal no fucking stick. He's cursing. He fucking 12 years old cursing. Give a fuck. Then he started saying stuff, I'll kill everybody. We're like, you can't kill nobody. So he take us to the back. Now I'm nervous. I'm like, if they wake up, my mom is like, you got two choices. You're going to jail or your parents got to come get you. So Danny like, I'm going to say Essie my mom. I'm like, you can't get the Rock outside in time to make her come in. So I'm like, we stuck in there. He's like, no, my mama going to come get me, but she going to mess with me. So he calls his mom. His mom comes and get him. He's getting fucked up in there. When I tell you, she was beating him, I was like beating him to the point where I was like, don't call my mama. So I said, I'm not gonna call my mama. So I said, I'm gonna call my dad, but I hadn't talked to my dad in forever. I mean, I had to call my dad's sister to get my dad's new girlfriend number to get my dad's number. So finally, Tony answers, what you want me to call him? Still want me to call him dad in front of his new girlfriends. So he was like, that messed up his game. All right. So Tony answered, and Tony was like, he's like, what's wrong? I said, come get me. I was like, this Boots, that's my nickname. I said, it's Boots, come get me. He's like, where you at? I said, they said we were stealing the Kmart, but Dad, I ain't steal nothing. And I was like, I wasn't steal nothing. He's like, I don't care. He said, why didn't you tell your mom? And I said, okay, I'm gonna tell her to come get me, but I'm gonna give her your new number. He was like, I'm on my way, because they didn't want to have a number. So I said, I'm sitting there, right? So it's just me. It's just me and Rock sitting there. My dad came in the worst fucking robe ever. His robe is all raggedy. He got his curl all dried out. And he going off, what you doing stealing anyway? I work for the city, but I don't know that because you don't pay child support, so I don't know if you work for the city. I don't know where you work. He's saying stuff I don't even know. I work for the city. I work these hours. I'm like, I ain't know none of this right now. So I'm sitting there looking at him, and my dad goes, let's get out of here. And he walks over to Rock and says, come on. I said, nigga, I'm your son. He tried. And Rock tried to get up. I was like, no, you wait on your daddy, you don't know, right? But I ended up leaving. But the cool part is I had the shoes, so I walked out and cut the wire. That's all right. There you go. And that's the story. Thank y'all for listening.
DeRay Davis, yo.